syempre, as this this is the second year or second edition. So, what is the difference from the previous edition?
Okay. Rolling na ba?
Ulitin ka naman.
Okay.
Grocery store about 35 for everyone together.
As this is the second edition for the SBD PH Nationals, how different is this edition from the previous championships?
So, I guess for this year, right, we definitely tried to learn from the experiences from the first one. We tried to deliver a better experience for our lifters. And one of the key things that we did different this year is we had an all international, approved brand equipment on the platform and in the warm-up area. So last year, we had to kind of, use what we had, right? Because it was the first year, there was a lot of resources available for us. But I think that, since the sport is growing, the brands are trusting us more and are seeing the uptake on powerlifting. They decided to sponsor us, and it's really, really great for them.
Yeah, since you've mentioned that this sport is growing, how has this national championship influenced the level of competitiveness for us of today?
So I think in terms of the level of competitiveness, it gives people something to look forward to. Because if you're a lifter, you're preparing for like these 9 minutes on the platform for months, maybe years. And people just want that experience, that kind of adrenaline high of being able to showcase, their hard work on the platform. So, yeah.
What does this competition for those powerlifters who aims to be on an international stage?
So, in terms of the experience, right? Like as I mentioned, we try to mirror what's happening on the international stage so that, even at home, you get a taste of what it's like to compete on an international level. The equipment, the timing, the format, it's just very different approach, right? Even the strictness. We're all strict with the rules, but in terms of the policies, right? The media policies, the number of handlers and things like that, we're very strict about that because, again, we want to replicate that experience locally so that when they do compete abroad, it doesn't feel like a new experience, like hindi ka maninibago.
So yeah, as we are celebrating Women's Month, what can you say about women in sports, in powerlifting, or not only in powerlifting but also in sports in general?
So, myself, I've always been a sports person. Even growing up, sports is a part of me. And I think women in sports is so underrated still, even with the level of women empowerment that's available to us. Especially in strength sports, right? Like lifting, it's so unheard of for women, like in the past maybe 20 years, for women to go to the gym to be fit, right? Like you go to the gym to be mayat or fit. So I think what powerlifting has really done, and women in sports in general, we're really trailblazers, right? Like as you see, Heidelin Diaz was our first Olympic gold medalist, right? We have Joyce Rebuton, literally the queen of powerlifting, Guinness World Record holder as well, leading the charge, right, in terms of growing the sport as well. So there's a lot of strong women, and you will see them here today as well. That women, no matter how they are, where they are in life, they can succeed, especially in something like powerlifting.
Yes, finally, earlier na-interview ko po si Sir Ken from The Rock. So, how important or how significant ba yung pagkakaroon ng collaboration with such as the sponsor, The Rock?
Honestly, it's super important, right? Like, this event would not have been possible without their support. Like, we before would have to, really ask, each of
isa lang, nakita naman natin yung powerlifters natin. Some of them are competed sa NCL palaro but this time sa weightlifting. Gaano ba kalaga itong pagkakaroon ng competition ngayon to maximize kayo exposure ng ating mga young powerlifters at the same time weightlifters na rin to compete ka sa national and international competitions?
So I think in general, regardless if it's weightlifting, powerlifting, or any kind of sport for that matter, right? Being able to host nice events, it attracts people to join it because, like, you see it, oh, that's so cool. I want to try. I want to be like them. So I think this is a call for like all NSAs, National Sporting Associations, and sports enthusiasts. Like, you just really have to build your communities, and the more we try to build our communities, and bringing these communities to become even bigger communities is what's gonna propel Filipino sports forward.